Hey guys, it's your girl LXL77, aka Fat and Classy, and this is video. It's basically, you know, I would say it's called I Have a Middle Praise. And what I mean by that is that, you know, I've been going through some things, and I've been asking, why this happened, why this happened, why, and I've been fussing, and I've been disgusted, and I've been angry, and I've been hurt, and I've been crying, I've been having sleepless nights, and I've been going through a season of a storm, and that's just what it is. But I realized that I have a middle praise, which means that I'm still going through it. I'm in the middle of going through it, but I'm going to praise God in advance. I'm going to praise Him for the victory that I know is to come, because God always guarantees a triumph. Even though I can't see it right now, even though it hurts right now and I want to cry, I have to keep on. I have to keep on keeping on. Because I just, I guess you say this is also my testimony. I've been through some things. I've had some hurts. I've had some pains. I've had some ups and downs. I've had some things that if it weren't for God, I don't know where I'd be. I don't know where I'd be. I really don't. And I'm saying I did this video because, I want to help somebody else who may have gone through some things too, or who may be going through, because just because you're saved and you're a Christian doesn't mean you don't have heartaches. You will go through, you will have days of trouble. You will have days of pain. Because, that's life. But God says you can suffer with Him, you can reign with Him. And so, I just wanted to do this video, to help encourage others as well as encourage myself. So, my testimony, let's see. I was very blessed. I was raised in, a very loving Christian family. It wasn't hypocritical Christians. I mean, maybe in the church, but in my family, within my family, I grew up in a very loving family, and I thank God for that, because I know so many people didn't have real families, and I thank God every day for the family and the foundation that He gave me. He raised me up on a strong foundation. And even though we go through and, we might fight amongst ourselves, nobody else can come into it and say something, because we have a strong Christian foundation. I thank God that my family didn't give me a choice and say, "Who you can believe in God?" You believe in God. I'm talking about church on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, when I was growing up. But being plus size, I was picked on, of course, and that is so sad. That's the norm, but kids pick on what's different, what they don't understand. And I was picked on, and that really affects your self-esteem. It hurts. And I was picked on, and as I got older, got a little better, but not really. And I was picked on, and I was upset, and so the devil tried to start, attacking me at a young age. Made me feel like I had no worth. I had, even though I had this loving family around me that protected me and nurtured me, who validated me. And let me just stop there. There are so many kids who don't get validated at home. You have to show your child, no matter what they look like, what your economic situation, validate your child. Let your child know that they're loved, so that when somebody comes up to them on the street, tell them you're pretty, you're that, instead of falling for it because they've never heard that before, they'll say thank you, I know, and keep walking, because they've heard it at home. So that is very important. But anyway, low self-esteem. I didn't grow up with my father. If you've been a subscriber, seen my videos for a while, I didn't grow up with my father. I didn't meet my father until almost a year ago for the first time. And that played a toll. And so with, all low self-esteem, and, I was just gaining weight. I didn't really have a father figure. I had some bad relationships. And my teenage years, I was, when I was about 14 or 15, I just started acting out. A lot of stuff was going on. My grandmother, my aunt, they were very influential in raising me. God rest their soul, they passed away. And it was sudden, it was hard, and it hurt. And with that, and, low self-esteem, I just, it's like just a door was open, and I started acting out, started, just acting bad. I was I was not acting like how I was raised. I was, staying up late, dating older guys, even though I was 15, and dating older guys, and just lost myself, and just, I was, I don't, there's no words for how I was. And, I was trying to act like something I wasn't. I was mad, I was angry, I didn't know why, and I was hurting. And I realized that now it was hurting. I didn't know how to deal with it. And, it's like, I walked away. God did not walk away from me. God does not walk away from you. If you're looking around, you go, where's God? Who moved? You did. God did not walk. I walked away. I said, if this is not fair, this is not right, and I'm going through, and I walked away, and I strayed from God. And I got so low. Sometimes, and I don't mean to cry, but sometimes God will let you get so low, and I hit rock bottom. When I hit rock bottom, God came to me and He said, are you tired yet? Are you done now? Can we talk? Because sometimes, and I don't want to cry or anything, but this is just real talk. God said, I felt Him saying, are you tired yet? Can we talk now? And sometimes God gives you grace. Even when you cutting a fool, doing wrong, and you're wrong, God will give you grace. And God gave me grace. He protected me when I was cutting a fool, doing stuff I had no business doing. God protected me. And one day when I was so low, I was so down, God came to me. He said, are you done yet? Can we talk? God said, it's like I knew better. And He talked, and I came back to God, because remember, He didn't move. He was always there. He was protecting me. He just sat there. It's like He was sitting there just waiting on me. Just waiting on me to do right. Just hoping I would do right. He came to me. And since He came to me, nothing's been the same. The things I did, the hurt and pain I caused others in my family, they forgave me. They don't hold it against me. When they look at me in love. They don't think of the hell I put them through, and the anger that I caused, and the rift that I caused. When they see me, they look at me with love. They don't bring it up. I don't got to hear about it every other Tuesday. They look at me with love. And God put me right back on track, and put one foot in front of the other. So sometimes God lets you go through the storm, and you can't hear God's voice, and you don't see Him around, but it's not because He moved, it's because you moved. So no matter what you've done or how bad it is, you can always go back home. Now, other people might judge you, and your family might judge you. Unfortunately, sometimes they won't forget. We walk around with guilt and pain that God has already forgiven. We still talking about, I'm saved. I'm just trying to be saved. I'm gonna be saved. Just, Lord, let me be saved. When we're already saved, and we repenting and crying and letting stuff that we have put on the cross. We keep putting the pain on the cross and putting what we did wrong on the cross and then picking it right back up. God forgave us. He forgot about it. He's blessed us. He's let us move on. But we bringing up stuff God has already forgotten about. And sometimes people come into your life that'll say, I knew you when, and you remember this, and you remember that. But I listened to a word that told me two things. When people come in your life, try to bring about what you did way back when, so what? Tell them, so what? Yes, I did that. So what? So what? And yes, I did that. And so what? Because sometimes God makes you go through so that you can help us. Sometimes you go through so somebody else doesn't have to. Because since you went through it, they see. Maybe they're about to go down that same road, but since you went through it, they won't have to. So, I would like to think that my struggle as a teenager, what I went through, I would like to think I went through it so that somebody else didn't have to, because I went through it. And since I went through it, now they won't have to. So, if I had to go through my struggle so that some of the other, kids growing up in my family, so they won't have to go through it, then that's fine. I accept the struggle I went through because I look at them and I just say to myself, they don't need to make any of the mistakes I made. I made enough mistakes for them, their children, so on and so forth. Nobody else needs to make the same mistakes I made. It stops with me. I made all the mistakes for them. So if I went through so that I could help somebody else, I am fine with that. Because I know somebody else went through it so they could help me. So sometimes your storm is not just your storm for you. Your storm is because God's trying to use you to help somebody else. God does get the glory out of every story. And God can turn something that you did in sin and turn it around for good. So, I'm sorry. I know y'all not used to seeing me really emotional like that, but, I just felt the need to come on here and, give a part of my testimony. My mental praise. And God has brought me through so much, and I am so thankful. And I'm going through something right now, but I'm praising Him in advance because He's going to get the glory out this story. All is well. All is not going to be well, waiting to be well. All is well. So, that's me, and my eyes all red and I'm all poofy, whatever. But, this is real talk. And I just want to let everybody know out there, no matter what you go through, no matter how bad you think you are, God still loves you and He is waiting for you. And I'm sure you might be at that moment. And God just wants to know, are you tired yet? Because when you have nowhere else to go, you have nowhere else to turn, try God. We get it backwards. We try everything else, then we go to God. We need to go to God first. And I don't care what anybody says. There's a lot of hypocritical Christians out there, and that's a whole nother video. But real Christian love, we don't judge each other. We love you, because I know, child, if I've been through, if God can bring me through, I know He can bring you through. Real Christian love we don't judge each other. I'm not into religiosity and tradition. I'm into God's love. So that's part of my testimony, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.